and what it is as well with CentreForce, which has changed in the last 2-3 years, is it's not just one age group, it is a whole wide. I mean, you got people from 60, 65 to 18, 17, 15 year olds that know it because a lot of their parents listened to CentreForce back in the day. Tune Never Let You Go just came out and everyone's thinking it's that, and then the bass line comes in and then
it went off.
The place erupted. All the DJs come to me, you know, I had a dub plate of it. Back then it was dub plate. Dub plate is a plastic thing, isn't it?
Okay, not this thing.
Music production, doing graffiti on walls, whatever it is, that is making you get lost in your creativity.
It's a form of art. Angels of the Force there.
When Angels of the Force are there, it's always a big party. But we have a great studio. Obviously, we turn it up loud. It translates over the airwaves. If you're smiling, you're having a good time, you're dancing, I believe the energy can go through the airwaves as well, 100%. So not just the music.
On CentreForce, you know, hand on heart, for me, I've been on a lot of radio stations, but CentreForce by far is the best station I've ever been on. What people got to understand is these DJs who give their time and effort, they are the foundation to a radio station. What happens with foundations? You get rid of a foundation, the building collapses. The whole strength of CentreForce is the fact that we present the shows as a pirate station, meaning shouts, and the way the actual program is, you know, of the whole show, everyone's show, you know, it's that interaction 100%. With the listener, and I think that's our main strength.
That's bang on, Texsta. That's bang on.
Brilliant. You know, that's what I'm saying. Our DJs on that station is immense. Whatever time, whatever music, they're all fantastic.
So let's buckle up because we're about to hit some flames in the back of the cab. Let's get the smoke machine ready. Camera, action. On this week's show, I have two multi-talented creatives in the back of the cab who have a massive, huge passion for house music and play tunes that will get your body moving and grooving on the dance floor and stir you up into a mad frenzy. And I'm also excited to say this is like a Christmas special show, so it's an honour to have you guys in the back of the cab.
Thank you.
And there's obviously a couple of the CentreForce DJs, which I'm a massive fan of. And they've just released a track as well called Arrived, which we're going to be playing at the end of this interview, which is going to get the cab like literally rocking.
Yes.
We're going to have smoke and flames coming out of the cab.
Have a rave.
And all I can say is we've got DJ Saya and Texta in the back of the cab.
How you doing? Thanks for having us.
It's an honour. It's an absolute honour. And I can't wait to get chatting to you, talk a bit about your history, and play at the end of the interview. We're going to whack on the Arrive track, which I'm really excited to hear.
Excellent, thank you very much.
Shall I put my Christmas hat on now?
Yeah, come on, let's get all Christmas. The bells rock.
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
Texta can borrow it later.
It looks better on the
that's it. That's perfect.
Is it good?
But yeah, I can't wait to chat about your history. You know, I've interviewed a few CentreForce DJs, like Billy Daniel Bunter, Sam Supplier. I'm hopefully going to be meeting Alex P, Daniel Montana, and quite a few of the other, because I'm a massive fan of that station.
Yeah, great station, best station.
88.3, you know, it's incredible. You know, it's playing in my cab literally 24/7.
Love
it.
You guys do amazing, seriously.
And I'll give you a little bit of info, and another 8 million listeners worldwide.
Really?
Mark this one,
Wow.
Yeah.
That is huge. So big up to Master Pasha and Mr. Pasha.
Yeah.
And all the team and all the other DJs.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, we all work hard on that station.
100%.
I think we're all great in what we do.
We're quite versatile as well. So we have our own styles. So
100%.
But I'll tell you what, let's kick it in straight with the question I always ask first. Is whereabouts you both from? Let's go ladies first.
Ladies first.
So where are you from?
I'm from Finland originally, and I've been in the UK for longer than in Finland actually, so about 21 years.
Wow. And what made you move to the UK?
The weather.
And the weather, come on!
It must be the cold weather.
No, it was just, I'm from a small village actually in Finland, and it just got too small for me, and I knew everyone, and I was like, surely in this world there's something more for me to learn and see. And I came here on holiday with my godmother when I was a teenager, and I went to Camden, where our Twisted Christmas party is this Saturday.
At the Electric,
and I just fell in love with that place, the hype, after it was just weird and wonderful, you know, and I was like me.
Yeah.
And you fell
What's your word?
And you fell in love with London.
I did, and a couple of years later, to be honest, I was here. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. And how about you, Texta? Where are you from?
Right, originally we're from we're Turkish Cypriots. You know, I like to say. Mum and Dad came here in the 50s, 60s, and I was born here in North London. Tottenham is where I'm from. Yeah.
So you're an avid Tottenham supporter.
I am. I'm afraid. I am.
Yeah,
I say I'm afraid, but I love my football. Yeah. So brought up in Tottenham, Edmonton mainly, and then moved up to Hertfordshire now. So yeah, been here all my life. I'm not going to tell you my age.
No. Well, I know you know it
already.
We're the same age,
That's
yeah,
right.
but we won't say on camera.
No, we won't say we're 54. Oops.
Whoops. What stays in the cab usually stays in the cab.
not today.
This is going out worldwide. Also, like, basically, you know, how did you both get into like house music? Because I know you're massively passionate about house music. I know you probably like other styles of music as well, but house music really is your passion.
Oh, definitely. I mean, for me, being where I grew up, it was mainly like jazz, funk, rare groove, disco, reggae, all that kind of stuff is what I grew up with.
And rap and hip hop and
yeah, all that. I was there from the off. For me, house music, I'd say mid 80s, late 80s really, was a switch over from the disco era to like the EDM stuff. So I was always been collecting from that point on, and the Chicago house and all that.
Early doors.
Yeah, and then I got into all the kind of drum and bass, the rave scene first, the hardcore scene, jungle, drum and bass, garage, always collecting house. Went through the garage period, which was quite big for me at the time. But house is a passion, you know, and there's so many angles house comes from, you know.
And I think personally, I think you may agree as well, with house music, it really unites people together. It's really uplifting. It's really positive.
Yeah.
It's really happy, and it brings everyone. It doesn't matter what colour you are, what religion you are. It brings people together as one on the dance floor.
Yeah, 100%. You know, that's the spiritual side of house music.
Well, look at us here from Turkey, Finland, England.
London,
yeah. Continental cab, we're going to call this one.
Yeah, the ultra cab. And Sarah, how about you? So, how did you get into house?
I went to an illegal rave. Am I allowed to say that?
You said it already. Too late. You said it.
Now.
In Finland, when I was, I'm not going to tell where, but never mind. Too late.
It doesn't matter.
When I was 16, and it was actually the EDM era that you were talking about, and EDM was a big thing. So got it. I don't know. It was just love at first beat, you know, and I just didn't look back after that. I was raving.
You fell in love with it.
I did, and here I am on that journey. However, I did have my garage girl days. I told you about it because it wasn't a thing in Scandinavia at all. But then when I moved or ended up in UK, whatever you want to call it, I learned about garage, and I was listening to garage, and I just fell in love with that as well. But house has always been kind of the first love, so I got back to that.
At the heart, yeah.
At the heart, yeah.
It was kind of, you know, inspiring you both as DJs back in the day. I mean, how about you, Texta? Because obviously you're from my generation.
Yeah.
So would have been DJs like your Norman Jays and.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, inspiration as DJs is just so wide, you know.
Massive,
it's hard for me to pinpoint anyone
because it covers all styles of music.
Yeah, and every DJ out there that does their music from their soul, you know, you have to appreciate. So they're all stars in my eyes. Personally, for me, I started DJing from about the age of 13, really doing house parties and stuff like that, and then progressing into clubs and stuff. I had a period where late 80s I was DJing in northern Cyprus. One of the family members had a club, so it was a regular thing now. And yeah, just from there it just spiraled, and then about 93, I think it was 94, I got into my first radio station, which was London Underground, you know, which was helped for me get that side of my life going, you know?
That was that was a pirate?
It was a pirate station, yeah. Certain people I knew on there, they helped me out, they got me on there. And then about 3 years after that, 95, is when I got into production.
And was you going back sticking with the Pirates quickly? Was you listening to like Invicta, JFM, LWR, Kiss when it was Pirate, and then obviously later on with CentreForce and Sunrise and all that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I knew of CentreForce from 88, 89. I think there's always the argument about was it 88, 89, but I spoke to the boss and he did say around 89, right? I remember them, but they were kind of on and off quite a lot. And obviously I went on to, at the time, London Underground was one of the big ones. You had loads more, we could sit here all day and talk about them. And yeah, it's just, and look at the full circle now. I actually took 10 years out in the early 2000s. I had enough of the scene. I had enough of the politics, which there's a lot of.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of that goes on behind camera, isn't it?
100%. And then I came back into it about 6 years ago, went on to another pirate station because I was itching. And then, you know, spoke to one of the DJs on there. They said they're looking for DJs, CentreForce this is. They just got their license. And I've been on there for just over 5.5 years. And I'm one of the only DJs that still hasn't moved their show in 5.5 years. Everyone else has, but I haven't. I don't want to jinx myself. So, Danny,
you have a good show. Great
keep
show.
my show, yeah? You said you'll never move me.
Texta, when is your show? Is it a Wednesday?
It's a Wednesday mornings, the mid-morning show, 10 a.m. till midday. On a wonky Wednesday we call it. And also I got another show with another guy who I DJ with on a Monday night, 10 p.m. till midnight. We're called the Groove Alliance. That's myself and GT, but that show is more connoisseur. We like to call ourselves connoisseurs of house music, which is more jazzy house, vocal house, deep house, all the cream of the crop stuff in our opinion.
Yeah. And say, how about you? Who was kind of inspiring you back in the day as a DJ? Was there any kind of DJs out there you used to love listening to?
Well.
Apart from
am I supposed to say Texta now? Obviously, Texta has inspired me for the past year.
I see him nudging you.
I know. So in a subtle way.
Yeah.
I actually, I've been a big fan of kind of because I started with EDM, I've absolutely adored Don Diablo. And I wrote him a love letter as well and asked him to marry me, but he never responded.
How many famous people did you send a love letter to? There is an arm long. I mean, we could sit here all day and talk about it.
Yeah, but they never answered. So it was more like EDM DJs, and then Avicii obviously as well from Sweden. So that's my turf in Scandinavia.
And so obviously you started in a digital age, is that right?
Yes. So
unlike Texta, you know, me and Texta like vinyl, the wind-up decks.
You know, listen, I've got such an immense collection of vinyl, but anyway, that's another story.
Yeah.
So yeah, you went straight into the digital age. So
I did, yeah, because
What did you get out of like CDJs to do your mixing of?
CDJs, yeah. So I mean, I bought decks at home because I thought I can totally hack this on my own, you know, and learn it.
Yeah.
But then I was like, not really. So I'm actually fully trained by London Sound Academy.
Oh wow.
Really good academy for learning DJing, learning production. That's what I did. So I did my production as well. And just was kind of professionally taught, and I thought that kind of
gave me. Texta, he was thrown in at the deep end.
I'm itching now. I'm self-taught. I'm self-taught. Sorry.
I'm like alumni. I have like proper degree and everything.
Yeah.
Who needs a degree?
You ain't got no initials after your name, but
I haven't.
You can still rock a crowd.
No, but it depends. Like we all learn our own way. You know what I mean? But I just felt that was a comfortable way for me to learn, and obviously network, make connections. You know, learn to know other DJs, what they do.
It's a wider picture, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a big family.
And there's nothing wrong with that, you know, honestly, there isn't. You know, some people choose to go down that route, then that's what it's there for, so why not use it?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. 100%. So I was happy with that.
And Saya, when do you, what days do you DJ on CentreForce as well?
So at the moment my show is on Monday morning from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m.
I was going to say, you got the late shift, didn't it?
The late,
actually,
the morning,
early shift.
the late, yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's kind of both, because obviously we are worldwide, so there's quite a big Australian audience and US audience.
And also there's loads of night workers out there working nights. Loads of cabbies like me tuned
night
in.
shifters, people like myself, when I'm working, I'm locked on.
I have all the night owls, and I love to have my show. I have the regulars. It's always nice to go knowing that they are there for me. So it's really, it's lovely.
And that's one thing I was going to say to you both. You know, the fan base for CentreForce, you know, they're amazing. It's like one big happy family. It's not just about the DJs.
Yeah.
It's also about the fans, listeners, and the people that are tuned in.
100%. And what it is as well with CentreForce, which has changed in the last 2-3 years, is it's not just one age group, it is a whole wide. I mean, you got people from 60, 65 to 18, 17, 15-year-olds that know it because a lot of their parents listen to CentreForce back in the day, so they educate their kids, they hear it in their parents' cars, and then they start following. Now they're coming to our gigs as well, which is fantastic.
My kids listen to it. We listen to it on is it the Alexa? We say, oh yeah, on CentreForce radio, and boom, you my kids are dancing around the kitchen. They're like really like young. Do you know what I mean? They're loving it.
I'm like that. I'm young also.
Yeah, she's trying to get me to do the Running Man whenever we DJ together.
Well, listen, in a minute when we play the tune, there's going to be some Running Man going on in the back of the cab.
Yeah, she's going to do it. Yeah,
I will definitely do it. Maybe you should do it.
Yeah, but I'll jump in the back with you. We'll start doing some the teapot dance.
Let's do it. Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, what a tune. But no, that'll be amazing. And you know, how does it feel? You know, when you're DJing and you're seeing, you know, the crowd going off and everyone like loving the music you're playing, how does that make you feel as DJs? You must feel like incredible when you're seeing everyone having such a good time.
Yeah, I mean that's number one for me in terms of DJing in general. Obviously I love music, I'm a house head, I love house music, I love to be immersed in music literally all the time, but to get that energy because of something that you are doing, it's just, I don't even find the word, but it just makes me happy. And
it must be like a spiritual kind of takeover.
It's the best feeling ever. You know, whenever you play a track and the crowd is moving to it and you see the expression, sometimes when you see the expression on people's faces, it's amazing. And like Sarah said to me once, she goes to me, if I've just got one person dancing, I've done my job. And it's so true. You know, that's the whole buzz. That's the whole buzz of it. What's the feeling like? Fantastic, best feeling ever.
Do you get like goosebumps sometimes?
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah,
I do. Especially when you play your own tracks.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
And then you see the reaction. I mean, back in the day, I remember when we had our first tune in '95, a garage tune called Dangerous. I remember playing it for the first time. I can't remember the name of the club, but it's in Stratford. It's not down now. You might remember it. Space, was it Space or something like that? Anyway, and I played it in the arena. And what it was, it's got the Tina Moore break in it. So everyone, and Tina Moore's tune, Never Let You Go, just came out. And everyone's thinking it's that. And then the bass line comes in and then
it went on.
The place erupted. All the DJs come to me, you know, I had a dub plate of it. Back then it was dub plate. Dub plate is a plastic thing, isn't it?
Okay, fine, I know these things.
I'm joking,
back in the olden days.
I'm joking with I'm putting
I read about them in the history book.
Read about the dub plate.
Yeah, so going back to the point is the buzz and the feeling of people reacting to your track is immense. I mean, we've had it with Arrived as well, you know. Which
there's so much craft goes into obviously the production, so it's like you're birthing a baby.
So
I wouldn't know about that, but
let's talk about that. So
birthing a baby?
No. Let's talk about the production. So what made you guys want to start producing, you know, house music?
Well, I mean, that's what we're involved in. That's what we do.
Yeah, I think the suitable question is, why do we work together?
Yeah, I know. I'm still trying to suss that one out.
You're great together. You spark off each other, you know.
100%. And we felt this before we even got into any kind of production or anything like that. So obviously we started DJing together first. And then we said, well, look, we're both producing.
Yeah, why not?
Let's get together and make some tracks. I mean, we've got about
see how it goes.
4 in the pipeline.
Yeah.
You know, and
we finished one yesterday.
Yes, we did. Yeah. So and Arrive was born. So yeah, it's
exciting times.
It's
and
good.
we haven't even been arguing.
No, not yet.
Much.
And also, you know, as also producers now as well, it must be amazing actually, like to get lost in your creativity. You must kind of sit there in the studio.
For ages.
Where do you sit and make the tunes? Like, because it's like you can do it on a laptop now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you use Ableton or anything like that?
We're Logic people.
Yeah.
You know, I've got MacBook Pros. I've got iMac. they're my main sources. I think it's the same with you as well.
Yeah, I have like a little home studio set up, so it's equivalent of a recording studio, to be honest.
So you need these days, really.
Yeah. How do you work together? Like, if you're not,
we link up. We
link up what, like Zoom or something like that? On
no. We link up.
We go to this. We actually CentreForce studio.
Yeah, CentreForce studio, and we start our flavors from that, and then we bounce back each other. You know, I might do a bit, and then it goes back to Saya, and then she does a bit, and it's like that until we find the final product. And then we'll mix it to the best of our abilities, and then we'll send it off to get mastered.
And you must be kind of like perfectionist. Are you kind of a bit OCD? Because a lot of people kind of OCD with. I would be as well.
Are you pointing at? I am pointing myself.
No, yeah.
I am OCD.
I can bypass a lot of things, but
no, I'm OCD, so I have to listen. That's why I take a little bit longer than you do, quite a lot longer than you do. Also, I'm younger producer than you are, so I have to listen to the elements over and over and over again until it sounds fine. So
like, I know a lot of the old school producers would listen to their music in a car, on a car stereo, and drive around and think, oh yeah, I can improve it there, do this there, because it's a great way to listen to the music.
Car stereo is a very good way to listen because you can compare it to what's being played at that time. Also, little monitors are fantastic. And obviously when you test it out, when you play out in the clubs, that's another way. So I mean, we've made tracks, played them in the club, and then gone back and said, well, right, we need to do this to it, we need to add this to it, as in the bass, the kick, whatever, or another element to it, and then it bounces backwards and forwards. And like Saya said, the only place we really have worked together is in CentreForce itself. Bring my laptop, we both sit down, headphones on,
and get lost. And we're lost in music.
And that's beautiful, you know, and then we create tracks.
It's great as well, isn't it? Because being creative like that, it can pull you out of like dark situations, and like, you know, it's being creative, doing like whether it's writing a poem, music production, doing graffiti on walls, whatever it is, that is making you get lost in your creativity.
It's a form of art.
It's a form of art.
It's a form of art and form of therapy.
100%.
Without a doubt.
100%.
Without a doubt. And you know, that's what I love about house music. It can pull you out of them dark places, you know. It's like
instantly. If I have a down day, or if I'm not feeling my strongest self, I just put the music on or start producing, and literally in a few minutes I'm happy again.
It does.
Or at least it distracts my mind from whatever else is going
that's
on.
Whatever madness, from whatever madness is going on.
We all have our bad days and good days, isn't it? So music is a healer.
100%. 100%.
For sure.
And with the CentreForce radio, I mean, what's it like in the studio? I mean, like, I go on the live thing and I check you guys out. I mean, it's like sometimes it's like you're having a rave in there. I was tuned in Friday night. You know, it was literally going off. It was like one big party.
You had Angels of the Force there.
When Angels of the Force are there, it's always a big party. But we have a great studio. Obviously, we turn it up loud, isn't it? And because it's such a good environment, good atmosphere,
100%.
all the DJs are just there to have fun and play their music and have a good old time. And I think I was talking to you about it. I think it translates, like, even, yes, you can be on the Mixcloud TV and have a look at what we're doing. Me, most of the time, running man. You know?
On the teapot.
Me, the walking man.
The walking man,
But then it translates over the airwaves. If you're smiling, you're having a good time, you're dancing, like I believe the energy can go through the airwaves as well. 100%. So not just the music.
It can go through the airwaves. It touches our soul.
Yes, and oh my God, then my job is done.
Absolutely.
That's
absolutely.
Great.
I do knock my head good behind the decks.
People can feel it.
And the thing is, when I'm driving around London in my cab, you know, listening to CentreForce and you know, a few of the other stations, My Soul or whatever, you know, it's beautiful. You know, you're getting really caught up in it, and you're literally zoned in to this great music.
You know, you're sharing that moment with all of these people.
100%. I mean, touching on CentreForce, you know, hand on heart, for me, I've been on a lot of radio stations, but CentreForce by far is the best station I've ever been on. It's the longest station I've been on, you know, just over 5.5 years. The team is very good at what they do. and the DJs we have on that station is immense, you know.
Well, I was going to say, Texta, I mean, you know, you got like obviously Master Pasha, Mr. Pasha, Billy Daniel Bunter, Kylie Denham, Bubbler, Danny Lyons, Andy Maxton, Daniel Montana.
We'll keep going because we've got about 90 DJs on there.
Danny Clockwork, Danny Rockers.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I could sit here for the next probably like 5 minutes and shout out all of them. They all doing an incredible job.
100%. And you know what I think is very, very important as well, which a lot of people don't seem to realise, is when you got your like graveyard shift DJs or your late early morning DJs, right? What people got to understand is these DJs who give their time and effort, they are the foundation to a radio station. What happens with foundations? You get rid of a foundation, the building collapses. So my point is every DJ, whatever time, whatever slot, whatever music is important.
Yeah.
You know?
Without a doubt. Like, you know, sometimes I go into work, I leave my house at like 5 in the morning to do the morning shift, whack on CentreForce.
Yeah.
You know,
full energy.
It's fantastic. And like the night workers, you know, like whatever you're doing, whether you're a cleaner, whether you're a cab driver, you know, whatever you're doing the night shift, it's a release.
It is.
Yeah, and I'll tell you another good thing as well about CentreForce, always like bigging up the CentreForce, of course, is there's no news. There's no depressing news on it.
No depression.
There's enough of that depressing stuff on the radio and TV
that's
at the
not
moment.
our focus.
And I think that really kind of, you know, shines through as a radio station.
Yeah.
We're not bombarded with all this negativity.
No, and you know, our ads at every hour. Actually, I had an issue of one of the listeners once that was saying, well, why are your ads so long? I said, listen, you look at our ads, right, they won't be no longer than 6 minutes, okay? Now you look at any other radio station, right, they're on 3-4 times in an hour, 3 minutes each. You do your maths.
Exactly.
So don't complain. We have to. That is a part. We need our adverts as well.
You need
every
to
hour.
You need to keep the station going.
Yeah.
And big up to Ascot's and all the other advertisers out there as well.
You know, Auto Sprinklers, which is my sponsor.
Yeah.
You know, all these guys.
K9.
Yeah, Britannia K9. You know, there's loads of sponsors, and once we get a sponsor, they don't want to leave because, you know, we're great at what we do, and it's great to have all that, you know.
And you know what I like about CentreForce as well, and like MySoul and a few of the other stations, obviously the DAB stations, they're keeping it real.
Yeah.
They're playing the underground music that these commercial radio stations ain't playing.
Yeah.
And you know, it's basically it's like going back to the pirate days, but with a legal station.
Right. This is the point I'm going to give you now. Last touch for me on CentreForce is, the whole strength of CentreForce is the fact that we present the shows as a pirate station, meaning shouts, and the way the actual program is, you know, of the whole show, everyone's show, you know, it's that interaction
100%.
with the listener, and I think that's our main strength.
That's bang on, Texta. That's bang on. You know, and as I said from the start, it's like a family affair.
100%.
It ain't just about the DJs. It's also about the listeners. It's all we're all under one roof, grooving out there. Whatever we're doing, it's a brilliant station, brilliant DJs, and great listeners.
I think one more thing as well, in terms of CentreForce being a unique radio station, because it is not just a radio station, like you say. We have all these events as well. We actually meet our regular listeners on a regular basis, so we actually form even more close-knit relationship.
100%.
You know, so that's something beautiful.
Also black cab drivers. I mean, like, you just met me and now we're mates.
I know.
Yeah, we are.
Can't get rid of us now.
It's a pleasure. Now you got us for life, mate. Sorry.
In your cab.
And I can't wait to get some of the other CentreForce DJs in the cab, like Daniel Montana, Alex P.
I'm sure once they see this one as well,
they're going to be like they're rushing through.
I'm going to get a few phone calls.
You're going to have a backlog, mate.
Well, I've already interviewed Sam Supplier, Billy
great
Daniel
DJ,
Bunter.
great producer.
Yeah.
Billy as well. I mean, Saturday night we went out, we was invited to an event, and Billy done a fantastic drum and bass set.
Brilliant. To the rave story as well,
Brilliant. You know, that's what I'm saying, our DJs on that station is immense. Whatever time, whatever music, they're all fantastic.
No, and listen, you all make what a great station this is, and it's taken everyone to kind of make it what it is. I mean, it's fantastic, and you all do an amazing job.
Yeah, they're almost as good as me and her.
You know what I mean?
Actually, do you know what I just said? Yeah, I know. Do you know what I said?
That was a delayed reaction there. I'm not happy about that. Can you edit that and make it quicker?
Yeah. I'll speed it up. But listen, I can't wait to rock the track in a minute. So we're going to get the old smoke machine ready. We're going to get the wheels turning on the cab. There's going to be a fire in the cab. We're going to play your new single, Arrive. Now tell me about the new single.
Yeah, so Arrived is our first collaboration with Texsta. It was out last Friday in Beatport. It's out there
exclusively for 2 weeks.
Exclusively for 2
and
weeks.
then worldwide from that point onwards. On the 15th. On the 15th, it hits all the platforms.
Yeah, well, thank you.
So where can you download it
me
from?
On that, and you can tell the rest.
Sorry.
So where can you download it from?
Right now, Beatport.
Right.
Beatport got an exclusive rights. Well, we've done an exclusive release on there for 2 weeks as a promo, and then on the 15th of December, it goes on every other platform you can think of. Your track sources, your
Spotify, Amazon,
YouTube, everywhere. It goes out on everywhere.
iTunes,
hit the world big time, and you can get it from wherever you are.
Well, the response for it, and also on that point, we've got to big up CentreForce again, didn't we?
Yeah, we've got lots of support from CentreForce, obviously. Advertising it literally every
other hour
every
for
other
3
hour.
weeks.
Yeah, so it's kind of got into people's heads, you know, like Baby Shark.
Yeah. Whoops. And all the DJs that have supported the tune as well. Everyone seems to be playing it.
Yeah.
That likes the track. Listen, my policy is if you like the track, you play it. If you don't, you don't play it. That's absolutely fine. You know.
Yeah. Well, we hope everybody will like it.
It's going to be incredible. I can't wait to play it. Big up all the DJs that are playing it, and supporting it. And we're going to get the cab fired up in a minute and get this thing rocking. But listen, it's an honour to have you guys in the back of the
Pleasure.
cab. I know it's been like a quick little interview, and I usually go right into the details, but obviously we don't want to go too long into the delve into the past too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, all I can say is, how can people follow you as well? Have you got like Instagrams?
Shall I go?
Yeah,
my handle is House of Saya across all the social media platforms, so TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, or it's X nowadays, and Facebook, and also on, of course, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, all over the place. It's House of Saya, House of Saya.
Saya,
Yeah.
And how about you, Texsta?
Can't miss her. Me's Instagram is DJ Texsta. Facebook.
How are you spelling Texsta? Texsta. Yeah.
I just like to be like different. Like
I know, you know, guys. So that's Instagram, Facebook as well. Same again. And that's really. And we've just done a link up on one of your.
My
I Am The
music collective called I Am The Music, which requires another cab drive, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have all the artists and a lot of DJs there as well in our directory.
Yeah. So
incredible. But listen, it's a real honour chatting to you both. Hope you enjoyed this little cab chat.
Listen, bro, it's been fantastic. Thank you very much for having us again.
It's a real honour to have you both in the cab, back in the Ultra Cab. And now, listen, don't anybody go anywhere, because we're going to be dropping the new track in the back called Arrived. And we're going to set this cab on fire. So
Let's do it. We're
going to get the sirens ready. Let me hit the sirens.
Just before we go, Saya, Texta, we've arrived.
We have arrived. We've arrived in the cab. So let's do this. Let's get this thing rocking. So let's buckle up, because we're about to hit some flames in the back of the cab. Let's get the smoke machine ready. And we're going to get going with the new track called Arrive. So you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Ready.
Let's go.
Let's do this, and we've got Saya on the controls in the back. So
Shall we go for it?
Let's pump this thing up.
Let's go.
Let's do this.
brilliant.
And where can people download the tune?
Right, you can download the tune from, well, it got released last Friday. It's on Beatport exclusively till the 15th of December. And then from the 15th, it goes worldwide on all streaming, downloading platforms. Go and support the cause. This is arrived. Saya.
Texta.
We are broke through with this tune and we've got loads more coming, so keep it locked.
It's an honour to have you in the cut, guys.
Thanks for having us, brother.
And as we say, be lucky.
Absolutely.
Listen, have a great Christmas, everyone.
You too, and a
Merry
great New
Christmas.
Year as well. Enjoy it.
And big up all the CentreForce crew.
Always. Yeah?
CentreForce.